A new path to tread.
As expected. I have success! Huh! What a relief! Easy peasy.
You can rely on us.
A stone? A stone. I do not understand. Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
I could use a hand.
That's so.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
What the?
Yeah.
Indeed.
The Western Church. The Central Church. They believe in the same goddess, but oppose one another. Fodlan is a complicated place.
I am sorry that the kingdom's unrest did not stop with Lord Lonato. Professor, the hero's relics are incredibly powerful. Please, be on your guard.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
Hey there.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough? I'm sorry, but...
swinging a sword about in the holy mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged. Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but it's torture not being able to go inside the holy mausoleum for an entire year. It's not mine.
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly, even at this time of year. It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold. Huh? You think I would be a good fit for your class? I'm not sure. There's still a lot I want to learn from my... Professor, it also... A lost item. A lost item.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder? Oh, I was just kidding. Anyway, as I said before, I do like having a little drama in my life.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard.
What? Did someone lose that? What? Did some... What? Did... I thought school life would be, but since you...
That reminds me, the Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 Great Lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ordelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphne that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be? Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
Hello.
This has been my first time to the Kingdom's North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the Kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement. This is not This is not...
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side. I think I'd be a pretty good judge of that. I know relics aren't easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one. Yeah, that's definitely... What's this? No. What the?
Really?
Okay.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
Hello.
Right.
You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say, we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? This is... What?
Isn't it strange? Saint Seros' body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place. Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind?
You want me to join your class? I'm already having some. Isn't it, do you think? Yes. Did you find it? Yes.
Hi.
A moment, please.
Hey. Oh.
That man I walked past earlier, that wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraldarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself. Oh, this is mine. Thanks. I'm glad to have it back.
Professor, I can't believe my own brother is the leader of the bandits. House Gautier is my true home. And his. Please, Professor. He really is one of the worst people I've ever known. But we share the same blood. We're still family. Oh, that's mine. Oh, thanks, Professor.
To think I cannot. As for the, I hope we find. I'll take it. I love it. I'll take it.
Oh.
Quite so. The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for. What's this? Yes, this is mine.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean? How could you possibly think that is mine?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
No.
Would you help me out? Knew I could count on you. Hey there. Is this it? There you go. 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 Come back anytime.
I could use your help.
there!
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being. The thing is, the bandits' leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother. No, that's... Yes, that's mine. Thank you very much.
That's right. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
What?
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Hey there, Professor. I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
For House Gautier to invite us onto their land, they must be desperate. But at least we'll have the stalwart knights ready to stand around and watch us do all the work.
A lost item. A lost item.
Yes, this is being my first professor. You cannot... I had lost the place of this.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too? I see. That's why I'm here too. Oh, nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks. Or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way. sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people. The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here. Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am. No need to apologize. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
I'm not secretly eating cake. You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
My mistake. The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows. But I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest. If my conduct has misled...
It's awful, just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too. Wherever did this turn up?
My mistake.
Hi. Maybe.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove. My Can't you help me with a favor?
Well...
You have helped me so much.
Need something? This one? You're all set. 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 This one? You're all this one? You're all set. 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 See you again soon.
Quite so.
Oh, settle down and stop with the knocking. I'll be there in 2 shakes. Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you? Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must quit oversleeping. Hold on. Where are my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear? Oh, What is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering... Oh, Manuela. This will have to do. I'm fine. Just hold on a moment. Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want? Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know. No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day. Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. What did you want, anyway? You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say? Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Think of it. The sword of the Creator, belonging to the ancient King Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon. I know nothing about it.
I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor. I don't know who this...
There. Hey, Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
Maybe. The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Oh my! The crest of flames? Could it really?
Yes, the actual crest of flames! No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional. The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned? If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can. I did, but he just dodged the question. Still, it's worrying to see him like that. Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here.
Blast.
So, I am trusting you.
Ah, Professor. Gerald was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around. I have something to ask of you. I have something to ask of you.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you? May I ask a favor of you? I'm pleased to have been invited. I am grateful. Yes. Of course. Of course. I see. Yes. Of course. Have confidence. I truly believe you can lead your students down the right path. Is that so? How quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work. I appreciate your effort.
Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
I'm not secretly eating cake. Thank you.
Were you using magic? I'll gladly take this.
I appreciate your effort.
Go back. Ah, the graveyard. Of course I know it. It can be a little hard to find. Would you like me to show you where it is? Very well.
Hey there.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Hmm? Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Much appreciated.
Hello there.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Actually, if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Backup. I'm still here by request of Lord Sedith. You can never be too vigilant. Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How eerie is that?
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
It's like this. The best fighter in Abyss? Balthus, probably. Yuri's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic. The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
No. You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then. Hey, think I can join in again this year? Bet you could pull some strings and make it happen, yeah? You're a busy one. Back when I was really... Hey! Not mine.
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag. Hate's a strong word. It's more that I think I could lead his bandits in a better way. A hero's relic can turn a slimebag like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless. Oh, you found it, huh? I've been...
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick. But now that you have it, the church is gonna want to use your power for their own ends. Are you gonna let that happen? Good. Glad to hear it. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges. For me? I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty great.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me. Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you? My, but that does sound like something Gerald would say. However, one would be remiss to not take circumstance into consideration. In order to rise to the role of Archbishop, one must maintain an unbiased approach to judgment. It oft requires a certain sternness of words and actions. However, I believe that the person who stands before you now is no longer frightening. At least, that is my hope. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into... I cannot... As for them, I hope we find...
You. How are you managing the Sword of the Creator? No problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that. You will need the sword's power on your next mission. I trust you will handle it without much issue.
Right.
Professor. I wonder why. Why does Lady Rhea give you special treatment? You're not particularly strong or good-looking. You seem exceedingly unremarkable. Not that I doubt you were a skilled mercenary. Shamir came from the same background, but she doesn't get nearly as much of Lady Rhea's attention. Besides, it'd be one thing if you got brought on as a knight, but a professorship, unprecedented. I just don't get it. I'm flummoxed as to why she holds you in such high esteem. And it's not like just anyone can wield the Sword of the Creator. It's a legendary relic, right? And it was casually handed over to you. It's unbelievable. Maybe it's because you're related to Geralt. He was a leader of the Knights of Seiros, and probably the finest mercenary in all Fodlan. By the time I joined, he was gone, so I don't know him too well, but he's strong, right? Oh, come on. There can't be a soul in Fodlan who hasn't heard tales of the Bladebreaker. Maybe that's it. Geralt used his influence to help you. But Lady Rhea wouldn't give you favorable treatment because of that. No, definitely not. There must be something more to you. Okay, that settles it. I'm going to watch from afar. Figure out what Lady Rhea could possibly see in you. Whatever it is, maybe I can copy it so that you'll take a shine to me as well. And if I discover that your intentions are malicious, I'll cut you down with relish.
I won't forget all I've learned.
Nothing worth celebrating. Praise isn't necessary. I still... You're... I have understood. You are giving... I have understanding. I am closing it. You have...
I am Never. I am quite... Never. I feel... I appreciate your... Seems simple.
All thanks to... All thanks...
I've got a question. Can you call yourself a professor?
Professor.
Thanks.
My presence will affect nothing, I'm sure, but I shall put forth the effort.
We can do this. We have succeeded handily.
Ah, it's clear to me now.
Hope this is good for something. I've grasped it! How lovely!
I'm looking sharp, huh?
It is still far from enough.
I learn with my heart, not my head.
Thanks so much!
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
As you wish. And
I will prevail.
stay focused.
I will get the victory.
Yep. Put me in there.
That's my cue.
I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
Oh no.
Sokka! Battle?
Should I have held back?
You were wide open.
I thank you. I will not be stopping.
No biggie. Could have been better.
Thanks so much.
Well, how was that? I must.
Now you know your limits.
One more success.
not expected.
You inspire. Thanks.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Mastery is within my grasp.
That is that. You fought well. Back to the fray.
I needed that.
As expected. We must all do our... You fought well. Well done.
Failure is not an option.
The mark of nobility.
Let the lesson begin!
Each battle a chance to grow.
Wait! Show me more.
I got it. I'd never.
Thanks for the help.
I got it right.
That way. Let's put this to the test. Nailed. I'll get it. Nailed. Perhaps I've...
Would you look at...
It was but a momentary lapse. I don't need your...
Teacher.
Hey, Professor, what's going on? A suspicious man? Where? Oh, is that him? What do you think he's up to? Never mind that. Let's get him. Why not? We can figure out what he's up to after we capture him. My instincts tell me that he's up to no good, and my instincts are never wrong. Come on, let's get him before he has a chance to strike. Huh? Oh, it leads to the plaza where the kids play. There's no way I'm letting this guy get anywhere near those kids.
Caspar, why did you disobey your professor?
Well,
I am not seeking excuses from you. I asked because I want you to consider your actions and apologize for them. It just so happens that you were correct in your assumption that this man was a villain. If that were not so, he would not have chosen to take his own life upon seeing you advancing toward him.
great. So I was...
But, because of your actions, that is all we know. There is no way for us to know who he was, what he was planning to do, or if he has allies lurking about. The only lead we have is a scorpion tattooed on his arm. If this indicates that he was a member of an underground organization, we have no way of dealing with it. Are you prepared to be held responsible if his group commits a serious crime? Oh, I couldn't possibly.
What are you talking about, Professor? We didn't do anything wrong. Those kids might have been in danger if we didn't act. I couldn't just stand by and let that happen.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I see. Yeah. I see. Don't throw away anything that's still usable, okay? I'll take whatever you don't need. Hot, hot, hot. Wow, this is great. Thanks for the tea. Invite me by again sometime.
We must be working with each other.
Very well. You shall have my help, for what little that is worth.
We had a great result. I won't forget all I've learned.
Enlightening.
All that studying has paid dividends.
Impressive. Thanks.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations, so I'm sure my not-at-all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this?
Hubie, what are you doing here?
A routine matter. No cause for concern.
Ah, so it's something to do with 80 then.
And?
She really is all you ever think about, isn't she? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away. Maybe even hate you.
This has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant. I do what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is irrelevant.
It really doesn't look that way to me. I bet you'd follow any order Adi gave if you thought it would make her like you. Am I right?
Any order? What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her.
Is that right? So, just for example, if Adi commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it?
If it would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry.
It's easy to say that now, with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding?
I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison.
Hubie, pale in comparison? You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works. At all.
And I don't care what you think either. I would make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard. It's a shame you've never experienced such devotion.
You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now. But maybe someday I will.
Then maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye. Now, if you will excuse me, I have much to do.
Hubie, I don't get you. Although I do find your point of view just fascinating.